Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgan 111, and welcome back to Isles of Sea and Sky. I think I know what I need to do in order to solve the rest of this puzzle, which involves getting all three Wushies over on the left. So let's see if I can manage that somehow. To do that, I need them both over there, which I think I did somehow in the past, somewhere along these lines, except for, okay, I can go down here. And then if I could go up, which I can't do right now. Oh, I can do it. I just have to push, and one of them pushes the other. Oh, right. And so then if I do this, I've activated Wushies, and I can go down, right, right, for example. And that's fine. And then I just want to kill this guy, which I can probably do by being clever. Let's just go ahead and move this Wushi around, sure, and then I can get this guy killed. Okay, great. So now I have access to two Wushis. So, Wushi number one. I can't push across, but I could whoosh across. Is that true? Yes, but could I whoosh the other one now? Do I have enough to do what I want to do? I can whoosh the other one across using the same trick at the beginning, so I think I do. So I think I can whoosh you. I can put out the fire. I can kill you. And now I need a mimicky dude. And I probably only need one of them to come over here and get whooshing. No, I do need two of them because I need him to actually get whooshed when I do this. Okay, so I can't kill the two of them. So once again, I guess I'm doing this move and then pressing up and then doing this, and now I'm in control. Oops. Right, the other one isn't pushing anymore, and so he steps off, and that kills Wushi. Ooh, that's a problem. So maybe I needed to steer both Wushis in there at the beginning, question mark? Possibly. Let's check that out. So if I do this, and I walk them down here, and up here, and then push like this, and then go like this, can I get both Wushis? I need to get one Wushi out and the other Wushi in, maybe? Suppose I go like this. Oh, that just whooshed you over. I don't think that's going to work for me. However, I do see something else that I could do, which I could have just had one shadow clone with me and use the one shadow clone to hold down the other button, I think. Because if I do this right now... Actually, I think I see something even better. Can I not just do this? You don't get in far enough, but now can I just push the other in without stepping on any buttons? I think I can. Yeah, so, okay. I found a different way to do what I was trying to do. Hooray! Okay, so now I do need... my shadow clone will eventually be able to push these guys around. And I do need one to still put out the fire and then kill himself. And I'm pretty sure the shadow clone can then set up everything else that needs to happen over in here. So now I just need to get a shadow clone through there. And the way to get a shadow clone through there is to have two of them march through, like we've seen before. So if I get the two of them... Oops. If I get the two of them coming up here, and then probably just don't think too hard about it, because I didn't think too hard about it before and managed to get it done. And yeah, I'm going to be pushing some of my own boxes around, but I think it's probably fine. So I would like to have you packed in over there on the left. And then I can walk this way and walk back this way. And then get you down a little bit. And then I can walk all the way down, and then walk up, And so now one of you can move across, and now both of you can move across. And then I can go back to the left. And I think pushing down is just fine because it doesn't really do anything. It gives me a little bit more space out here. But now I think I can do this, and then this, and this. And then I need to go down, which I can't do from here, so I needed to start further to the left. That's fine. So over here, I can start further to the left. So then once again, do this, 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 this. Now I can go down. I can push that into the hole and just continue controlling this guy. I need to get out into some open space, which I can do just fine over here. Then this guy can cross where there used to be a fire. And I guess I can move up in order to get him further up. Great. Okay, and so now he's over to where he's controlling the whooshies. And so one of them needs to get over there and one of them needs to whoosh him, and that's going to be still non-trivial. So let's see. If I do this, now I'm controlling whooshy. And I want one of them ready to whoosh him over the hole, and then I want the other one just to whoosh him. And so now I'm controlling him again. And so I need him to move up one, and then I need him to start the whooshy, and then I need whooshy to whoosh him, which I can't do from here. But I could just move him around and get into a position where I'll be able to set it up. Okay, so I'll move him over here. Now I'm controlling whooshy. Actually, this is really bad. There's no viable position for whooshy right now. Okay, I just kind of started things back off to where I was, but I need to find a different way to do this. Okay. So what if I do this, then have him push whooshy to the right like this. Now I'm controlling whooshy. The parity keeps being off. I need him to be pushing whooshy, he to the right of whooshy in order to get this to work. And right now that's not happening. So is there another way I could do this? Let's hope yes. So whooshy, why don't you sit here? And then he pushes this way. I need him to whoosh him. Got it. I need to do this. Except not that far. Oh, he got thrown 2 spaces. Did I get thrown through spaces, or did I get thrown 1 space? In any case, that changes the whole calculus in terms of what I was intending to do, perhaps. Okay. So now that I know that, how does that change things? So I want him to whoosh this guy, and then I want... Oops. I don't want that. I want him to whoosh this guy. Then I want whooshy to whoosh him from there, except for whooshy can't whoosh him from there. Gosh darn it. But whooshy could whoosh him to the left here, which would throw him twice and change whooshy's parity, I believe. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I got my parity check that I needed. Okay, so now I can whoosh over here, and then I can set up whooshy for success. There we go. And so now if I control him over here, then I can have him push whooshy, and now whooshy can whoosh him across. There we go. Whoosh, whoosh. He's over here, and he can ring the copper bell, and I can get the star. Hooray! Okay, I had a plan. It was fiddly to implement the plan, and I found out some details that I wasn't aware of or had confused, but I got there. And we're up to 108 stars. I hope there's 111. I kind of doubt that there would be, but that would be pretty great. At this point, I could just exit this island, because I believe we are done with it. Let's see if it is no longer glowing, suggesting there are no longer any stars there. It is no longer glowing. So, I think when I was reviewing video, I realized that when I used the Phoenix ride to get down here for the first time, I then went over to the side of this island, which I do need to go back to right now, actually, because it does contain a star on the overworld that I wasn't able to get to because I didn't have the, I think it's called a purple runestone, which I needed right here to get to the star. So let's go grab it. Alright, we're up to 109 stars. But there's a whirlpool over here that I never swam the turtle into, I don't think. But I believe it doesn't actually go anywhere. Still seems like there's like room for endgame content to get added in a few places, but at least it's a little bit clearer where those places might be than I guess it was back in the original release of this game. So I don't think I can... Oops. Darn it. I was trying to swim around the outside of the whirlpool, but I don't think I can. Anytime I go through the whirlpool, I think it always spits me out to the left. And so it doesn't look like I can go to the right of it, and so this just gets me like a shortcut back to places I've been. So that whirlpool was basically a very weak shortcut on the overworld. But in any case, the only place we need to go back to at this point, I believe, is Sanctum, which we get through Ancient Island or whatever. Is this called Ancient Island? Ancient Island, yeah, I remembered its name. Hooray. So let's go up to Sanctum. And then I should pull up my map, because I don't remember what I've taken screenshots of for Sanctum. Alright, I have 25 green keys, and I did not choose to spend green keys here, because I figured I'd be coming here last. So let's go ahead and break open this door and see what's over here. It's a screen with puzzles. Who would have imagined it? Probably most of you. However, in addition to the puzzles, there is a new object here that is gleaming. It is some kind of stone that has kind of 2x1 geometry. I don't know what it means, but it seems like the type of thing I might want to like crash an earth golem into or shoot with a fireball. Speaking of, there's one of each elemental. And there's also some green arrows that I probably want to break open, and there is a black chest, which I believe is the explosive kind. Okay, so suppose I wanted to open this. I could simply stand here, and it's open, but I also want to go push that thing. So can I get someone standing here? Which of these elementals can I actually get to? I can get to Fire Guy, I can get to Water Guy. Ah, I can get to Water Guy, and he could duplicate the crate. And that would probably be great. Is that true? How would I ever push a crate onto here? I wouldn't be able to, because I'd have to push from right to left, which means I would be standing on spikes, which is not going to happen. Is this possibly the blue crate that's capable of destroying these crystals? It might be. And that is a hypothesis that I'm capable of testing right now. By having you duplicate that crate, except for I can't do that, can I? Maybe I can somehow differently? I don't think I can, because I can't get to the north of you to push back to the south. Oh, but I could have pushed the crate. I could have pushed the crate first. Either to the left, yeah, to the left. Well, to the left doesn't help, does it? Suppose I push the crate up. Does that help? I couldn't have pushed you further to the left. I can't get in there to cause you to clone the crate. So I'm not sure pushing the crate up helps. What if I push the crate left, which is the only other place I think I can push it? Oops. Then I can't even get you over near it, possibly? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing much for me. So what else could I have done here? I've never seen interactions among elementals. Can you duplicate a stone golem? You can! Okay. And when you crash into a wall, you turn back into your water form. So this opened briefly for just a moment while he was a golem, and then it turned back. Okay. Unexpected and fascinating. Is there a different way that I could take advantage of this information? I guess it means I could have more fireballs. I'm not sure why I'd want them. What other opportunities do I have here? I feel like I'm still missing some key insight. Okay, there's nothing I'm missing up here. We just got rocks and whatnots. I can't get Wooshie started until I open up this thing. Oh, I can push the crate up and left. And then what happens with the stone golem? Or the water elemental turned earth elemental. He pushes it there. Can I replicate that or something? I can push you again, which might be good. I can also push this to the north, which might be good. And after pushing it to the north, I could push it to the south. I want to see if this is the type of crate that... Oh, I can't. I was going to say it breaks the crystals, but I don't think I can actually get it there. Or can I, possibly? I wasn't even anticipating that. I was just kind of pressing buttons. There's spikes there, so I can't go there. And I don't think that helps me. Okay, so a bunch of interesting stuff happened. What about here? If I'm on the north end of this puzzle, I kind of trapped myself, so I think I prefer being on the south end where I can still do things with you. So I don't think there's any advantage to doing this, because it feels like everything's just boxed in. The fire elemental can't really shoot at anybody right now. I could push you over here, but then I can't activate you. And I don't think I can bring you back to become a stone golem a second time. And when I did this, you just pushed once. And then you were no longer a golem. If I do this, it doesn't do anything noteworthy. Suppose I'd left this here. Does that help me somehow? It might. Because now the crate is there. And how might that help me? Don't know that it actually did. Yeah, because this was a position I was able to get to before. Okay, there's something here that I haven't seen yet. It's also possible that there's a new mechanic over here that I need to try to make use of. That I'm just not thinking of, like, an awareness of. And given that that's a possibility, let's actually abandon this puzzle for a moment and check over here. Like, I might gain new insights by looking in different directions. So if I go over here, we find another puzzle that once again has all 4 elementals. This one has a copper bell to ring. There's the copper bell. And... okay, I can get in the beginning of it. So there's a green thing I'd like to bust over there. We got water blocks, sure. We got a crate. We got a stone golem. We got another thing I'd like to get to over here. There's another one of the gleaming rocks in the upper left of this one. The gleaming rock appears to be kind of like more at the back end of this puzzle, which makes me think that there's something solvable just with the elements I have here. How would I possibly get to the right-hand side of this green arrow? One is, I could get 2 water blocks through here so that I'd be able to swim around, and that one seems vaguely plausible. I could definitely get 1 water block there. However, this guy doesn't want to be pushed over this, and he's kind of pinned to the north end otherwise. So I don't know that I can get him through. In both puzzles, I had access to, like, shoot a fire elemental's fire somewhere. What happens if fire shoots a water block, for example? Seems like the water block just absorbs it. So that's something we hadn't had a chance to play around with before. What happens if a fire elemental shoots a stone golem? He reacts and jumps backwards 1 space. That's new information. Is it helpful to me? I think not yet. What happens if a fire elemental... Can I do what I want to do? I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't have any fireballs left to try to shoot the wind elemental. So I don't think I can get a shot off in that direction in the time I have available. And yeah, there's no way to peel you off of this to get you into the bottom row as far as I can tell. So I've not gained any new insights. It's still possible that I'm missing something in this puzzle. I also just want to check the perimeter and make sure that there's nothing obscured in darkness. I did not push this... Oh, I could push this block over here. Is that interesting? I don't think it really is. Let's just try some of the obvious stuff that I really haven't tried. So if I do that, I think I just end up dying on spikes. Yes. I am correct. And I don't think I could get the fire guy to shoot the burning crate at that point. Yeah, so I don't see anything to do on this screen either, so let's continue to look around and hope that more exploration gets us more insight. I'd been peeking on this screen before, but hadn't gotten into the middle of it. So let's spend more keys. Kind of looked like there was a way to go through over there. I guess let me push on all these walls just to double check. Like, I can go through here. Oh, is this a secret? It is! It's an unlocky thing. Okay. But I had to unlock it from this side, so I did have to spend those keys. And is there any other secret areas over here? And I'll press kind of in all the directions once again. But I don't think there was, so let's go to the north. This is a screen we have not seen before. Where, once again, there's one of each elemental. There's one of those crazy spikes in the upper right gleaming mysteriously. And is this hot tiles? Yes, and that's why the stone golem to my left is currently a little bit hot, because he's standing on some of them. There's more elements that I can interact with here. In specific, the whooshie is especially good for action at a distance. So, let's see. If I could get a box over there onto the green thingy, then I would be able to open this thing to the right of me, which feels like it would be good progress. And that one seems within the realm of possibilities. Yeah, because I can use whooshie to my advantage here. So, whooshie. It's time for you to get some work done. So, whooshie is going to help us. Whooshie, of course, seems immune to the witch-doodle tiles. The ground tiles that would otherwise burn. So whooshie's going to do some crate pushing for me. Can whooshie do enough crate pushing for me? Whooshie can't get into that space, so if I want to push this crate to the right... Oh, I don't think whooshie can do that. Okay. I had ideas about how to get that crate up in there, but that doesn't seem like that's going to happen. What else could I do? I could open this. Hey, look at that. I've made progress. Okay, I've made a lot of progress. Turns out this game is easy. In order to open this one and gain access to push the earth golem around, I probably need to ignite the crate with fireballs. However, I only have 3 fireballs available to me, and this guy is definitely more than 3 spaces away, suggesting to me I might need to whoosh him around. So let's discover how whooshie interacts with the fire elemental. So, if I get whooshie trying to whoosh him, it does cause him to shoot, but it does also move him 2 spaces rather than 1. So I think there's possibilities. Let's see. How many spaces would he need to move? He'd need to move down, left, 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 and then shoot downwards? No. So what about cascade explosions? To try to explode... We'll just throw whooshie over here for a minute. So if I want to explode this box... Oh, I just killed myself. If I want to explode this box... there's lots of boxes, but I can't really get to them. There's a teleporter. There's a copper bell. Oh, ringing the copper bell looks like it's something that I might be able to finagle. Suppose I wanted to ring a copper bell. That is a thing I would like to suppose. I could shoot it with a fireball. I could try to explode it. I don't think I can throw a chest into it or push a chest into it. The crates that I have available, the wooden ones are still kind of trapped in there, and the other ones would just fall into the hole. So if I want to ring the bell, it feels like a fireball is probably what's going to do it, but how would I get a fireball there? Because once again, there's just too much movement. And I don't even think Wooshi's magic could get a fireball aimed over in that direction. Also, okay, so there's this gleaming thing that I don't understand. There's also lava here that is basically surrounding a teleporter. I'm not going through the teleporter. The fire elemental's going through the teleporter. And it's going to set some things on fire or something, maybe? Or possibly shoot a fireball through the other thingy, but that would just hit a wall over here. Or it could go north. And if I had the water elemental duplicating the fireball guy, oh, that's interesting. Maybe I could get like more fireball shots or something, but that would require getting the water elemental out. And then the stone golem, I really don't have much access to push him right now. So what am I not thinking of? Probably lots of things. Can I push the fireball guy anywhere useful? I guess Wooshi could push him to the south, and then I could push him some other direction. Let's play with that for a moment. Sometimes you just need to play. So if Wooshi wants to push him to the south, I guess Wooshi needs to be over here. That's good. Okay. So fireball guy is pushable. I could push him to the right. Or left. Twice. And that's kind of it. Let me just make sure that when he's out of fireballs, he can't still get the copper bells somehow that I'm not thinking of. Oh, even that is maybe impossible. No, I could still do this, because Wooshi could whoosh him over here. Hey, Wooshi. You whooshed him too far. Could you whoosh him less far? Wooshi says, yeah, I can swing it. Wooshi says, but first you need to push him one to the left. And I say, okay. We're having a nice conversation, Wooshi and I. There we go. So if I put the fire elemental here, if I just push left, it does not ring the bell. If I use Wooshi to try to push him that way, it just goes boom, kills the fire elemental, and still does not ring the copper bell. Alright. We have a lot of puzzles where I've not figured out a thing to do. I have pressed the undo key. It occurs to me that there were previous puzzles where undo behaved differently, but I didn't see it doing anything crazy on here, and it's not like these gleaming whatchadoodles are doing anything when I undo or anything like that. And if I hit reset, it's not like gleaming specially or something. This one seems the most possible for me to maybe make progress in, but I'm still not seeing it. So let's go ahead and rewalk. Oh, what about this? This goes bzz and shows... Still not entirely sure what those four symbols are. I've seen at least one of those symbols elsewhere, I think. But let's check out, there's one other screen that I believe I could get to now, which is I never tried going north of here. And so we'd peeked at it from over there a long time ago. But let's spend more keys. Let me look through the brush to try to find any secrets. Because surely there's a secret, right? Here we go. Okay, so once again it's a secret just to get you unlocked to be able to walk back over here. So that's not particularly interesting. And then if I go north of here, there's probably going to be another puzzle with 4 elementals that I probably still can't figure out how to solve. That is my guess. So what do we have? 4 elementals. Gleaming rock. I have a cloud this time. We have ice, which looks different in this zone and caught me by surprise. And I killed myself. Terrific. Okay. The ice... Oh, there's a bunch of clouds over in the corner. Look at them over there. Fireball. I wonder how Fireball interacts with Cloud. Perhaps I will find out one day. Okay, I want to push a purple thing. To push a purple thing... Once again, where is my foothold? If I could get north of blue guy over there, nice things might happen. Also, I can get over here and push clouds together. I guess the fireball shooting into the cloud is probably going to destroy it or something, because otherwise I don't see how I'm ever going to get that green thing out of there. So yeah, I think it's about discovering interactions among the elementals that I haven't figured out yet, and I need to hop to getting those figured out. So what happens if I crash a golem into a fire elemental? He turns around and fires. That's kind of what I guessed might happen. Golems and ice, I guess I haven't seen interact. So suppose I do this. Basically what I thought. But this does open up some new possibilities. Maybe. Can I get to where I'm going over here? I don't think I can. Maybe if I use a cloud? Yeah, the cloud will help. So with the cloud, then I'm capable of pushing the golem into the whooshy. I presume I'll get whooshed. Ah, and he opened that thing for me. Good job, Mr. Golem. We've made permanent progress on this puzzle. And so I'm probably dead, so let's just take the permanent progress and run with it. There's more permanent progress, which I assume is going to be a help rather than a hindrance. Otherwise, I probably just lost the game if I needed this to be a wall in order to solve the puzzle. Okay. We managed to unlock some things in this one. Each puzzle I'm making more progress on than the last, it feels like. So now I have the ability to duplicate. I presume you could duplicate a cloud. And I could get you near a cloud. And if I had a cloud... I'm thinking if somehow I could push a golem to the north here, he would jump this hole, he would destroy this crate. Then I'd be able to walk around behind it, push a crate into a hole, and then if I could also get a cloud up in this vicinity, maybe like fill the hole with the cloud or something. But getting a cloud up into this vicinity seems just about impossible unless I free up Whooshy. And the problem now is I'm sliding into Whooshy, and so if I want to not slide into Whooshy, how would I do that? Also, let's witness this. Alright, that was fun. I also might be able to use the fireballs in order to destroy a crate up there. Because I don't think there's a way for me to take advantage of both crates. And right now, if I go in here, I just kind of get trapped in the ice. Okay, so let's try doing this. So I've gained some cloud walking spots. Can I free you? I presume you slide across ice, you do. Just how slidey are you? Suppose I do this. You'll stop on the cloud, of course. Which means I can now duplicate the cloud, question mark? I think I can. I'd have to walk over all these cloudy bits. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But now I can't duplicate the cloud because I can't step onto the thing to push you into it. Alright. So let's maybe not do that. Let's maybe instead... What if I push you here, and then I go here, and I push you this way, and now you're in a space that I might be able to actually push you around usefully, question mark? Can I get to the north of you? I don't think so. I could get... Alright, so in that case, let's go back to where I was here, and let me just push you to the right again. And now I have access to push you around, because I can do this and this. Okay, so I have freed up my water elemental. What does that mean for me? all kinds of things. We will imagine. Okay, for one, I can do science. What happens when you... Oh, I can't make you mimic this guy. I can, I just have to do it from a different angle. Okay, what happens if you mimic a fire elemental? You are kind of a different color. I think you also had 3 shots, and then when I bonked you the 4th time, interesting, you came back to being a mimic, and I could do it again, but you're out of shots. And so you still remembered how many shots you had. Okay, that's interesting. We're learning things. We've mimicked the stone golem before. If I want to mimic the cloud, can I do it now? Yes. Mimicking a cloud looks like that. However, that cloud is not in a pushable position. Well, it is. I could do this. I wonder if you fall in a hole, if you would still make ice, and I wonder if there's a way to decloudify you. And let's see, could I mimic the wind elemental? That would be super useful if I could. And seems plausible, because I could push you over here, and then I could push you further to the left using the rock golem. And then can I get in there? I don't remember. Can I get in there? Well, I guess I should try to get in there. This doesn't seem to be working. This also doesn't seem to be working. Ah, this works. Okay. So let's mimic a wind elemental. Wooshie number 2, at your service. Okay. A wooshie is a very useful tool. Wooshies are kind of my favorite. So, you are currently facing left, I think? Yeah. So, left is not a good facing for me right now. So how could I change that? I can't right at the moment. I can't get south of you to push north. And I don't think I can get north of you to push south. And those are my choices. And just doing this would just kill the other wooshie, which is not really what I want to do. Could I now... The rock golem's in a spot that I think he's just going to crash into things. Could I use the cloud? I can actually do one interesting thing with the cloud still, which is I can push it left, and then I can push it north again, and it would get whooshed, whooshed, and killed now, which is still not what I want. Didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. What I would like to do is this and this. So this will kill the cloud. Because if you ever go in a loop of whooshies, it kills the thing. Oh, but it turns you back into the water elemental again. So after you whoosh something, you turn back into your water elemental state. So that's interesting. I still can't take advantage of it. And I don't think there's any value in having like a little corner that I can bump up against in here. Yeah. Okay, so I have gained some knowledge about some of the interactions among these various folks. There's still a number of things that I don't know. Actually, there's one other thing that just occurred to me that I could try that I did not try, and so we're going to go try it. I need to back up a bit to get there. This is a great place. Oh, can I do that? I think maybe I can. I didn't see this before. But if I push you there, can I get around you? Yes, I could do this, that. I I want to try to mimic the fire guy from the north. Is there any chance that that's possible? Suppose I also did... oh, I could use the cloud. I can't get the cloud to the right. Could I get the golem around pushing the other side of the cloud? Fairly certain I could not. Can I get the golem around this way? Yes-ish. I don't like the tree shadows that are obscuring the bottom portion of the puzzle. It's making it hard for me to see. I could mimic the golem. Suppose I mimic the golem and then push him. Remind me what you do. Once you crash into something, that's when you turn back into your mimic self. So I would need the golem somewhere where you're going to crash into him. And already being a golem. Right. So when I was here... So golems push other elementals. And we've seen that a fire elemental can, like, shoot and push another elemental. I'm trying to mimic the fire elemental from the north and then shoot downwards so that I can witness what happens when a fireball hits a cloud. Like, would it pass through both clouds and kill both of them, possibly? I don't know, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to get my answer. Is it helpful at all from this state to do this and have you only sliding to there? I mean, I could have you mimic a stone golem again, but that doesn't really help. It's vaguely interesting from the point of view that as a golem, then I could push you... What happens if I push you down? That does cause you to crash and splash and come back your mimic self. And it does mean that I could roll you over here this way. Oh, and then crush myself. Which is probably not what I want to do. Could I have used that to my advantage somehow? I might be able to use that to my advantage somehow. So if I back up a little bit more... Suppose... I did something super crazy, like, this still isn't going to work in my favor, is it? Yeah, because that still kills me. I'm not sure what I thought was going to happen there. I didn't really think it through. It just looked like fun. What happens when a stone golem crashes into a cloud? He destroys the cloud. Okay, that's a way I can destroy the clouds, if nothing else. Okay, that's interesting. So I could destroy another cloud, which might give me access to more geometry. There might be something I can do over here now. Not by stepping on spikes, though. So let's maybe not do that. Or that. But let's do this. So if you go back, you'll crash into him, sure. I still have a golem available. And that golem could still destroy another cloud, but I don't think he can destroy one on the southern edge. Here is a different start to this puzzle than I originally tried that looks like it might be interesting. Suppose I do this. Mimic the cloud up here. I can't get north of either of these guys. So that is not as attractive as I thought. If I push a cloud into a cloud, nothing happens. And if I push this cloud north, he'll just make a little bit of ice, which is nice. But then we'll just be back here again, and this won't really have done much for me. Okay. So at this point, I think it's better to have more constraints. So I'm going to go back to this puzzle, which seemed like it had the least I could do in it. Because one thing I'm still worried about is that there's some mechanic related to this stone that I have not yet discovered that's important to solving these puzzles. And so there's very little I can do in this puzzle, as far as I can tell. Like, can I think of anything I can, like, try to do on here? What if I go to sleep in front of the stone? That's definitely a mechanic I have not used anywhere. Sleeping as a mechanic. As opposed to sleeping as a way to help locate your character by giving them an animation when they're at rest for a long period of time and you might have lost track of where they are on the screen. think it takes about 15 seconds before he goes to sleep. There we go. He's sleeping, and there's no observed effect on this weird stone. Okay. So, also, let's take a timeout. Do any of these puzzles have objectives? I've just been looking at the elements that are asking me to interact with them, but there are no stars. So I think the implication is that somehow the gleaming pillar stones are somehow objectives in and of themselves. But if there's no stars, do I have a map of this area? I do have a map of the area that I've seen thus far. Oh, these are the 4 stones that are going to unlock the bell that is blocking the way here, I expect. And so, I probably have to like shoot or bump into or somehow interact an elemental with each of these. Perhaps each puzzle has a different elemental, and one of them a stone golem crashes into it, and one of them a fireball shoots into it, one of them gets cloned by the water guy, and one of them whooshy whooshes or something. And when I unlock those 4 elemental whatchadoodles, then that would create some kind of feedback here, and once I've done all 4 of those puzzles, then I'll be able to go to the final room of presumably the entire game. Okay, that's my new theory about what we're doing. So with that new theory in mind, actually, now I do want to go back to this puzzle, because could I have gotten a golem or a cloned golem to crash into the stone over there? Like, that's close to being within reach. Yeah, that's very close to being within reach. I think it's within reach. So what I'm seeing I can maybe do is, if I do this to get some cloudy bits over there, and also just a cloud in the way, and then do... Whoopsie daisies. I don't want to go there right now. Then do what? Then I could do this, and this, and this, and this. So now I've created a way to push you into the corner. Then I think I can push you... can I get over here now? Or can I get below you over here? I was trying to push the golem up over here. Oh, if I push him up over here, I can't push him to the left. If I push him left over here, can I get below him somehow? I think probably no, actually. But we're close to being able to push an elemental into the pillar. So what else could I have done with the water elemental then? I could have cloned him, probably. I could have cloned the rock golem, is what I'm thinking. Is that a thing that I can do from the outset? I forgot how I managed to do that before. Let's look again. I think possibly I used a cloud push in a different direction. If I do this, then I could do this. Sorry, this. I could push you to the south. I could push you to the south again. This is vaguely interesting. Then I could bump you. Then I could bump you again. Then I'd be able to clone the golem. Can I get back if I do that? I think so. So I come over here. Oops, not that way. Never that way. That way is always wrong. The cloud, I'm not sure the cloud is helping. Actually, the cloud has killed me, hasn't it? Pushing the cloud there means I can't get out of this. Okay. Don't push the cloud that way, it turns out. But otherwise, I kind of like the things I was doing, maybe. So what did I do? I pushed you to the south somehow. So, this way seemed possibly friendlier to the cloud. And then I managed to push you to the south by doing this, and this, and this. Then I'm going to crash a golem into you twice. Then I'm going to go over to this side of the puzzle. I want to push the golem one more time, I think. No, I think I do want to leave him there. Then I want to go over to this side of the puzzle. clone the golem. I could push the cloud out of the way and push a golem up, and yeah, I might be able to do some things here. Push the cloud out of the way. This might do something interesting. Let's suppose I spent a golem there. Not sure if I'm going anywhere good. What happens if I do this? That makes sense. Okay, fair. And then, oops. I never see that spike for whatever reason. I'm always looking where I'm planning to go rather than where I am. If I do this, you stop there. Great. So this enables me to do some more cloud pushy. Oh, I can push Whooshy. Hey, look at this. I can push Whooshy. Whooshy. You are my savior, perhaps. I think probably. Whooshy is like the most powerful elemental in the game, as far as I'm concerned. I'm still going to struggle to get around here. So I might need Whooshy to whoosh the cloud for me next. So let's make sure Whooshy's in a spot where that can happen. If Whooshy whooshes the cloud, can I whoosh Whooshy again? I'm uncertain. Yes, I can. So I still have access to Whooshy. I still have access to a cloud. And my goal currently is to get the stone golem crashed into the Rockamajigger. And I might have a plan to do it. Whooshy, you are going to need to travel farther, and I'm willing to spend some cloudy ice bits to do it. Yeah, that's fine. You can sit there. So now, Whooshy is going to perform an amazing trick, which first involves getting around me. Then he's going to whoosh the golem. Oh, who turned back into an elemental, which I did not anticipate. I might prefer if he's still a golem. I think I can work with this too. Can I just whoosh Whooshy up at there? Actually, hold on. Suppose I just did this. Whooshy won't kill me, I don't think. Which means I can push Whooshy. Which means... Oops. Oh, Whooshy killed me that way. Maybe I don't want to do exactly that. But I could do this. That's also not exactly what I wanted to do, but it's okay. Okay! Whooshy blew this thing. And I'm taking another nap. Are we going to have lore? Or are we just going to ring that portion of the bell? We're going to have lore. It's Spearwoman and the snake. And the snake, we're looking into its singular eye of mystery. And it's begun to crack. Water, air-wise. And now it resonates with the power of wind. Or something. Okay. Right, I was going to walk over here if we didn't get a chance to see this. Okay. And now this is like frozen. So that might be like locked into place. So maybe that was the goal of this entire puzzle. Like there's definitely like stuff I didn't interact with here. I wonder if possibly I could have gotten... I feel like I could have gotten the golem there as well by being cleverer than I currently am. But I did a thing. And so I think that's good progress for today. I will have some time to reflect on it before next time, as well as the other 3 puzzles that seemed pretty unsolvable. And so perhaps that'll give me some insights. But that does at least give us an objective, and it was the objective that I speculated about. Okay, I'm going to say I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Isles of Sea and Sky. For now, bye-bye.